Driving in Finland can be peaceful, but one small mistake can cost you big. Today I'll walk you through the rules. You must know what the fines actually look like and smart ways to avoid them. Whether you're a new driver, an expat, or just curious, stay with me. This video I will explain speed limits and how speeding fines are calculated, drink driving limits and consequences, phone and seatbelt rules, child seat requirements, also the difference between traffic penalty fees and income-based day fines, plus practical tips to keep you safe and legal on Finnish roads. First, let's get the basics straight. In Finland, you'll encounter two common types of monetary sanctions. For lower-level breaches, like some parking mistakes or minor traffic violations, you'll get what's called a traffic penalty fee. These are fixed amounts, usually set by law, and commonly ranging from about 20 to 200 euros, depending on the offense. But for more serious offenses, Finland uses a unique income-based day fine system. This system scales with your personal income, which means that wealthier drivers can receive much higher fines for the exact same offense as someone with a lower income. We'll dive deeper into how that works a bit later. Now let's talk about speed. Speed limits in Finland are pretty standard. In built-up areas, you're looking at 30 to 50 kilometers per hour. On main roads and rural routes, it's typically 80 to 100, and on motorways, it's 100 to 120, depending on the season and the specific road. But here's the crucial part. Police and speed cameras enforce these limits very strictly. There's really no concept of minor permitted speeding. Even going just a few kilometers over can result in a penalty. For more serious speeding, the sanction can be one of those income-based day fines, which can be much higher than a fixed penalty. So, the cost of speeding depends on both how fast you were going and how much you earn. Another area where Finland is extremely strict is drink driving. The legal blood alcohol concentration limit is 0.05% or 0.5 grams per liter. Exceeding that is a serious offense. The consequences can range from those income-based day fines to a driving ban, or even criminal charges for very high alcohol levels, or if it's a repeated offense. The fines are tied to your income, and driving bans can last for months or even years depending on how severe the case is. The personal and financial fallout can be absolutely massive. The message is simple: don't mix alcohol and driving. Let's move on to a modern problem: distracted driving. You must not use a handheld phone while driving. The rule is crystal clear: if it's in your hand, you can't use it. Police run frequent campaigns and spot checks for this. And the penalties for holding your phone or texting while driving are commonly issued as traffic penalty fees or other sanctions. Hands-free systems and properly mounted navigation devices are allowed, but only as long as they don't block your view or interfere with your control of the vehicle. Next up, safety inside the car. Seatbelts must be worn by everyone, the driver and all passengers. Yes, that includes on buses if they're equipped with belts. Failing to wear one usually leads to a direct on-the-spot fine. For children, the rules are even more specific. Finland requires a proper child safety device until the child is 135 centimeters tall. However, safety organizations strongly recommend using one until they reach 150 centimeters and keeping children in rear-facing seats for as long as possible. Also, take note, the new UNR 129 car seat standards, also known as I-size, are now in force and are the recommended standard for any new seats you buy. The rules don't just apply to cars. Cyclists are also subject to their own set of regulations. You need to use lights at night, stick to cycle lanes where they're provided, and using a helmet is very strongly recommended, though rules can vary locally, especially for children. It's important to remember that pedestrians and cyclists can also receive traffic penalty fees for breaking the rules. So everyone on the road needs to be aware. What about those smaller, everyday situations? Many parking violations like overstaying your time, driving on a road where it's prohibited, or minor disobedience of traffic signs are all handled as those fixed-amount traffic penalty fees. My best advice is to always check the signs closely. Municipal parking rules and the fines themselves can vary quite a bit from city to city. If you do get a penalty, the instructions on how to pay it or how to appeal the decision will be clearly listed on the ticket itself. Okay, let's dive back into that unique defined system I mentioned earlier, because it's quite different from what you might be used to. When a more serious offense occurs, a court or an authority first establishes the number of fines that the offense is worth. This number reflects the severity of the act. Then, the value of each individual fine is calculated based on your daily disposable income. After taxes and with a few deductions, there is a legal minimum for what a day fine can be, but no maximum. This method aims to make the punishment feel proportionate, regardless of a person's income level. In practice, this means that very serious traffic offenses can lead to incredibly large monetary penalties for higher earners. So who enforces all of this? The police handle roadside enforcement, of course. For serious offenses, you could face an immediate driving ban that can range from a few months up to several years in the absolute worst-case scenarios. If you receive a traffic penalty fee or a fine, the ticket or the official decision document will explain everything you need to know about payment instructions and how to appeal. Appeals typically go through local courts or the specific administrative route that's described on the ticket. Now for the most important part. How to avoid all this trouble in the first place. Here's a quick checklist for you. First, always obey the posted speed limits. A great tip is to use your car's cruise control on long routes to keep your speed steady. Second, a non-negotiable one, do not drink and drive. If you've had a drink, take a taxi or use public transport. It's that simple. Third, put your phone away. Use your car's do not disturb mode or get it properly mounted in a cradle before you even start the engine. Fourth, buckle up everyone in the car and always use an approved child seat until your child is at least 135 centimeters tall. And finally, read parking signs carefully. If you're ever in doubt, it's always safer to just park in a paid, designated lot. Following these simple actions will help you avoid fines, and more importantly, they will keep you and everyone else on the road safe. To wrap it all up, Finland takes road safety very seriously, and its legal system is specifically designed to punish dangerous behavior in a way that is proportional to the offender's means. If you're driving here, treat the rules as a complete package. They are there to protect lives, and as a bonus, they protect your wallet too. If you found this video useful, please give it a like and subscribe for more practical guides about living and driving in Finland. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer. Drive safe, and thanks for watching.